Welcome, everybody. I'm Phoenix Rising Star, and welcome to the Hathor Activation Meditation. If you are new to this, I would suggest that you start with the very first one. They're all numbered in sequential order, someplace in that folder of mine that says Hathor Activation Meditations. And start with the first one and follow sequentially because it will make far more sense what we're doing. But basically, the Hathors are our spiritual helpers in the 5th to the 12th dimension, and they're here to help us reach our highest destiny. And that, of course, is a journey that's different for everybody. So it's amazing how they can come in and give everybody exactly what they need when they need it. But that's why they're really good at this. They happen to be teachers in the spiritual realm. And if you are here, it's probably because they have talked to you in your dreams or in your meditations or come to you in some unusual way that made you sit up and say, oh, I think I need this. So congratulations for listening to the call. Today's topic is the pursuit of happiness. And remember that everything that they do is all along the lines of reaching your highest destiny, no matter what that is. So from the Hathor perspective, the pursuit of happiness is a place of well-being. It's a feeling of appreciation for where you are right now. And it's the ability to be present in the moment right now. So it's not just a moment, though. It's actually a longer period of time, depending on how long you can hold that energy. It usually happens when whatever we are doing or thinking or being is in alignment with our heart and our soul purpose. And when there's that perfect alignment, this general sense of well-being moves into our sphere that's around us, our energy sphere, and beyond. So it becomes a palpable feel. Now, the question comes up, why do we not pursue happiness more often, as opposed to why are we pursuing it today? I guess would be another way of looking at that question. But from the Hathor's perspective, they're saying, from looking at us and observing us, they're saying that one of the reasons why we don't pursue our happiness is because many times we perceive it as a guilty pleasure. Like, oh, I shouldn't be taking time out for myself. I need to be working more, or I need to be taking the kids someplace, or I need to be getting ready for this or doing that. And so it becomes something that we don't really attach much importance to. It ends up at the bottom of our list, and the list only gets longer, and the pursuit of happiness stays at the bottom of the list. And that's because we don't recognize the essential importance of the pursuit of happiness. So from the Hathor perspective, the pursuit of happiness and that feeling of well-being that exudes beyond our energy sphere, it actually is a marker for where we are in our journey, right? It's a sense of accomplishment because it's indicating a flow of energy and not a stopping place of energy, not a stuck place, but a flow. And when we have that flow, that means that perfect alignment between our heart and our soul's purpose is present and active, and we are consciously making that decision and commitment to ourself and our purpose. So the longer we hold that feeling of happiness and well-being within us is an indicator of the level of vibration and consciousness that we have moved into in our alignment. So it's really an essential piece that indicates so much more than just the feeling of well-being, right? Not to diminish the feeling of well-being, but just to enhance it more for you. So from the Hathor perspective, how do we get to this pursuit of happiness? How do we begin on that journey if we haven't already been on that journey? How can we continue it at a deeper place? And how can we move to that next level of consciousness so that we're holding that happiness for longer and deeper periods of time? So of course, everything begins with the heart and moving into our heart space. Now, some of you have had a lot of experience with meditation and you're able to sit still and receive and allow. And for others of you, it's like, forget it. I can't sit still for anything. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter how you get into your heart. You can be in a moving meditation, right? Where you're doing Tai Chi, or maybe you're walking a labyrinth or a medicine wheel, or walking a path outside in nature. Maybe you're even on a treadmill, because movement can move our mind aside and let our heart be first and foremost. So do whatever you need to do to get yourself into that place where that heart is first and foremost. And if you find that your thoughts come in a lot during the meditation, that's really normal, but just don't attach to them. Let them come in and flit. Let them be fireflies, but just don't attach and keep bringing your focus back to your heart. And as you do that, you're staying in that space longer and longer, which it's like cracking the door open so that source energy can get a foot in the door and then begin helping you to expand into allowing and receiving whatever is in your path and your journey for your pursuit of happiness. Now, for some of you at that point, when you're at that point, your heart is open, you're in a state of love, you're feeling it, right? Then that's when our Hathor helpers appear. In this case, you can always ask in other ones as well, if you prefer working with angels or archangels, but we're doing Hathors today. And when they come in to help, your question becomes, how do I continue on my journey of my pursuit of happiness? Because probably you've unconsciously been doing it, but now let's make it a more conscious effort. Now, for some of you, you may be receiving healing and others will be receiving messages and others will receive a combination, right? Because it just depends on where you are on your path. The healing may come around things like faulty belief systems. Like maybe you feel that you don't really deserve happiness. And maybe that happened because you've had a really rotten life. And so that's all you have ever known. So if so, then allow for the healing to begin on that so that you can better pursue your happiness and find that alignment between your heart and your soul purpose, to recognize why you're here and to keep moving forward to a higher place. If you have some heart hurt that's holding you back and keeping you in a place of denial of happiness, and maybe it's totally unconscious, maybe you're totally unaware of it, then you're likely to be receiving some healing around that, whatever it takes. Some people will feel the healing happening. Some people just know it's happening. Some people are very auditory and they hear exactly what's going on, or they may see colors or see figures or pictures or images that have meaning for them. There's so many ways that we can sense what is happening. So just allow yourself to receive in the way that is for your highest and best, right? In a way that makes sense for you. Messages can come in a lot of forms. We don't all hear things. Maybe you're seeing pictures or images. Maybe you are feeling things or knowing things. Maybe they come in your dreams, where it's much easier to get that logical mind to just kind of step aside so that the heart can deliver in the way that it does best, right? Or maybe it will come later in your own personal meditation that isn't guided like this. Or maybe it will come when you're listening to music or moving, right? So allow it to be whatever is right for you, and allow it to come in the ways and in the timing that is perfect for you. Generally, it's within 48 to 72 hours. So within 2 to 3 days at the very most. And most of the time it happens within the first 24. So allow that to be what it is. So the pursuit of happiness indicates that heart and soul alignment. It's an essential piece that marks where we are in our flow of energy and where we are in our flow on reaching our highest destiny. And this is how you get there. This is one of the ways to get there. At least this is the Hathor way to get there. So today, what we are going to do is we're going to start from that place of love, and we're going to really pack our sphere, our energy sphere, with unconditional love, because then that helps you to open your heart, helps you further on your path of pursuing happiness, so that you're seeing more and greater results in your highest destiny faster. So, any questions? You can unmute yourself, or you could put something in the chat if you have a question. It's a pretty nebulous topic, but so essential for our growth. I think the higher we go in our consciousness, the more esoteric the topics are with the Hathors. And since we've been doing this for over 2 years now, it's like everything's going to a higher and higher level, just naturally through their help. All right. So if there are no questions, we will just jump into our meditation for today. I usually start with my video off. You are welcome to turn yours off or leave it on. It doesn't matter. So I invite you to just get comfortable, because we tend to do more of the quiet type of meditation, although if you're on a treadmill, that would be fine too. Just make sure you're muted. And allow your breathing to become slow and rhythmic at that rate that works for you. Inhaling slowly and deeply, and exhaling slowly and deeply, until you relax into a slower rate than maybe when your thoughts are racing, or you're getting ready to do something, or you just finished doing something. When you allow your breathing to become slower and more rhythmic, more aligned with you, everything in your body slows down. So your nervous system slows down, your heart rate slows down, and your brain function actually slows down as well. Not that the brain is less alert, it just isn't firing as fast because it doesn't need to be. And when you've done meditation a lot, just the beginning, like what we're doing right now, is enough to signal your body that you're getting ready for some transformation and change. So I invite you to just be present in this moment now. As you continue to get more comfortable with everything slowing down, I also invite you to begin having any memories you might have with unconditional love. The kind of love that knows no judgment, that just accepts, that always is there for you no matter what. And sometimes we're lucky enough to have that relationship with a person, maybe a family member or partner or spouse, child, friend. And if so, just allow those memories to come into your heart and begin opening up your heart. Many times we have this unconditional love with our beloved animals. They find us and they're here to teach us, and they love us no matter what. And if you've been lucky enough to have that experience, I invite you to hold that in your heart and help that just build and build within your heart. Sometimes there are mystical places on the planet, maybe very ancient sites with incredible energy in which we have felt just a presence, a very strong presence that was unconditional. Maybe even something that changed us for forever. And if so, just add that to your heart's memories. Or maybe you've had a spiritual epiphany through your own personal meditations or spiritual experiences that also changed you for forever. And you can add that into your heart. And if you're having a really hard day and none of that is working for you, sometimes just saying the words love and gratitude or namaste is enough, just chanting them over and over and over again. And that's enough to open your heart to love. When you open your heart to love, what you're doing is really opening the door so that source energy or the divine can bring you even more love. Because that's what happens. Love will not be denied. So when you open the doors to your heart, more and more love comes in. And it just keeps coming in and coming in and coming in, until that love overflows from your heart and begins moving all the way through your body, touching every cell in your body with love. And you may have some awareness of where that love goes first, or where it might be staying a little longer. Maybe these are hurt places or sore places or places where we've held on to different memories. But every cell in your body is receiving this love. And you could visualize it like filling a glass with water, filling from the bottoms of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. And if you kept on pouring, that water would spill over. And that's exactly what happens with the love. It keeps coming in, and once it reaches every cell in your body, it spills over into your energy field. So that love now begins to flow into each layer. For our purposes, we use 4 layers. Beginning with what's closest to your physical body, which is your physical energetic layer, the memory of your physical experiences. And all those memories are being touched with love. And just allow yourself to feel and sense and know that. As this layer slowly fills with love and fills to overflowing, that love moves into the emotional layer, which is the memory of all of your emotions. And they're all valid. They all serve a purpose. And they're all being touched with love. And slowly that layer fills to overflowing, and that love then flows into the next layer, which is the mental layer, the place of our belief systems. And they all serve a purpose, and they're all receiving love too. As that love fills to overflowing, it moves last into our spiritual layer, which is a very large area of our sphere, the outermost area, the most nebulous. It holds our soul purpose, not just for this lifetime, but all lifetimes, because we just get better and better at what we're doing. And it holds our past life memories. It holds our ancestral memories. So there's a lot in this layer, and it's all being touched with love. And when you are filled with love, I just want you to sense and appreciate and know that love is all around you, in, through, and all around you. And just feel how good that feels. Because this is the beginning of everything. In our case, for today, it's the beginning of your pursuit of happiness or your continued pursuit of happiness. And from this state of love, we'll invite in our Hathor helpers. Most people have 1, 2, or 3. Some people have more. Sometimes they're accompanied by archangels and angels, if that's for your highest and best. It's totally up to you and your higher self. And they greet you on a wave of love also that moves right into your heart as a signature, a way that you can discern that they are here for your highest and best. So allow yourself to feel, sense, and know that. And you can send a wave of loving energy back to them when you're ready. In mutual support, mutual appreciation, cementing your communication with love. When you're ready, you can just ask your question: how to continue your pursuit or begin your pursuit of happiness with whatever's for your highest and best to help you reach your highest destiny. And I'll be very quiet while you are receiving. Taking another minute or two to complete your transmission. And at some point, you'll know that you have received everything you need for now. There may be more that comes in later, maybe during a power nap or one of your own personal meditations or in your activity or your dream time. It's always perfect. But for now, know that you are well on your journey in your pursuit of happiness, with a deeper, better understanding of how this shows you your alignment with your heart and your soul's purpose, and your ability to maintain that, indicating a shift in your consciousness as well. As you gently feel the energy shifting, allow yourself to begin coming back into your body and back into your room. Feeling the energy moving through you a little bit. And if you'd like to just stay in this wonderful space, you can do that. And the best way to do that would probably be to leave the meeting, because in a few minutes, I'm going to invite in sharing for anyone who would care to share, or anyone who would care to listen to the sharing. But it's totally optional. So stay on if you'd like, or leave the meeting so that you can deepen your own awareness and understanding. And then allow yourself to come back into your body, back into the room, and be present in this moment now. And if anyone would like to share, this is a perfect opportunity. You can unmute yourself if you'd like, or put it in the chat. You look quite transformed there, Scott. Would anybody care to share? Right, right. We are masculine, feminine. Right. Leon, you're unmuted. Would you care to share? We aren't able to hear you. You might have your headphones plugged in. No, we cannot hear you. You're unmuted, but there's something that's still plugged in, I think. Nope, we can't hear you. I'm so sorry. You could put something in the chat. What is this, Scott?
That is from Access Consciousness or Access Bars.
Oh,
So it's 5911, point of destruction, point of creation.
Yes, yeah. It's been a while since I've done that. Yeah, thank you.
It's supposed to help with technology.
Well, we can all use that. All right, well, there. All right. Strange circles inscribed in my hand. I felt a wonderful connection during the meditation. And now, yay. Thank you for putting that in the chat. I'm so glad you were able to express that. Wow. Strange circles. Wow. Maybe you can draw them. Mhm. All right. If anybody else would like to share anything, this is a perfect time to do so. Okay. Well, we will meet you next month on the next full moon. Not quite remembering what that date is, and we don't always know the topic until sometimes right away, sometimes not right away. So we'll know when the Hathors let me know what it is. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Every 28 days, that's right. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the replays. I so appreciate you, and namaste on your journey to your pursuit of happiness, everyone. Bye.